I said, shut the fuck up, little man, or something like that. And he was like, shut the fuck up, bitch, or whatever the fuck you are.
We have one requirement for our guests on Pickles and Vodka, is that's just that you try. Honestly, you don't even have to do that. Just show up. Well, because it sounds like pressure, you know?
I mean, life is pressure. That's how diamonds form.
Oh my god. You're in treatment for like 3 weeks and
I'm cured. What can I say?
You're cured.
I want to ask before if I should open the candies now so it's not crinkly, or do it as part of the bit.
Part of the bit.
Okay. I'm glad I waited.
You're so considerate. You're like one of the most professional people I've had on the podcast. So.
Oh, really?
It's because you're ridden with anxiety.
I was just about to say consideration is one of my OCD themes.
Ooh. I actually do want to hear more about that. I mean, if you feel like talking about it, you don't have to.
If it's in the cards. So I should
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Wait, we need to do that again.
Okay.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
And welcome back to Pickles and Vodka, the mental health podcast brought to you by crippling anxiety, OCD, and cigarettes. I'm Chris.
And I'm Janai.
Janai, you have not been on the podcast in a hot minute.
No.
I looked to see when the last time you were on was, and it was in March, and we were talking about memory loss related to substance abuse.
Ah, yes. I use substance. I'm known.
Indeed.
I heard it shortened as SU, like in verbal speech for the first time today, and almost didn't know what the person was talking about, actually.
I haven't heard SU. I've heard SUD, substance use disorder. I don't know if I like that, though.
Yeah. Basically, the problem is that all of these disorders, it makes us feel like it's our fault, and oftentimes it's contributed to by a lot of systemic issues.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember which podcast I talked about this on. I think it was my religious trauma podcast, but I was talking about using liberatory language around, drugs and like decolonizing the way we talk about drugs, like not saying clean and dirty, or like, what was that meme you sent me earlier? Oh. I'm not in recovery, but I'm not relapsing.
I ain't exactly relapsing, but I ain't exactly recovering. And it's like an evil pickle doing his hands.
It's perfect.
Great. If only I had the vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sadly absent vodka tonight.
It's okay. Maybe...
It is.
It is.
Yeah. I just got back from this motorcycle ride that ended at the oldest lesbian bar on the East Coast.
Oh, amazing.
Apparently. And I looked at my sister, I was like, do you want to go inside? And she was like, no, not really. And I was like, me neither. And then we left.
Period.
Well, because neither of us drink.
Yeah.
That's what made me think of it. I was like, man, vodka used to be such a huge part of my identity. I mean, obviously.
Right. Well, they usually have dart boards there, in the lesbian bars.
I've never been to a lesbian bar.
There's very few, and it's hard to keep a good environment in them. You can often run into a lack of intersectionality, which doesn't help.
Mm.
But there's darts.
Okay. That's funny because my sister Caroline just got a dartboard for her room.
Wow, congrats on starting your first in-house lesbian bar.
Oh my god. I wish. I am never getting a girlfriend.
Not with that attitude.
Listen, my idea of flirting is just like looking anywhere but the person, and like anywhere but at the person, and like hoping that they notice me.
Yeah, or catching yourself looking at them, but if they look back, not
look away.
Really, yeah, and then also not communicating, and then they're like, and then they go home and hate themselves too.
God,
Hopefully not.
Probably, though.
Hopefully our crushes are stabler than we are, you know?
How can you tell, though?
I said hopefully. We can't tell because we don't talk to them. That's the
It's
rub.
true. Since moving to Richmond, there's been at least 2 opportunities where there was a really hot lady and I was standing near them and I could have gone and talked to them, but I didn't. And I still beat myself up over it because that's just normal.
It is. Truth or dare?
Ooh, dare. Because I'm curious to see what you come up with over the internet on a podcast.
You have the subtle remember decorum. Okay, I dare you to actually say something the next time that happens.
Ooh, okay.
Play the long game.
Okay. Y'all heard it here first.
Stay tuned for more.
Or nothing.
Or nothing, because the follow-up needs follow-up.
Yes. You'll just have to come back on and, like, grill me about it.
Yeah, and then the next time it'll be my turn.
Yeah. Oh my god, should we start a dating show?
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
We're so qualified.
No, it can be it's a segment on, you know, Pickles and Vodka is expanding, so it has running segments.
Oh my god. What should it be called?
Help?
Insert pickle pun here.
Oh
my god.
Oh, My Sweet Gherkin.
And now it's time for Oh My Sweet Gherkin.
Oh my.
I need a sip of my coffee.
Oh my gosh, coffee.
I know. I'm playing a dangerous game.
It's okay. I had 3 energy drinks today.
3?
But 2 of them were the small Red Bulls, and I had originally picked up one that had way more than just the 70 milligrams of caffeine in it, so I call it a win.
Yeah. I mean, 2 of those is still less caffeine than 1 Monster.
Yeah, well, I had like a 200 milligram drink in the morning.
Still, you could have had 3 of those bad boys.
I could have, and I should have. My heart will go on.
Maybe. Who knows the way we've been smoking cigarettes.
Right, speaking of which, expect those wet cough breaks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
It is.
Janai.
Chris.
Where are you at?
I am... Okay. Depression 3, anxiety 3, happy 2, hopeful 2.
Okay.
Can you tell I'm in treatment?
What's your baseline normally?
The last one,
like -2?
It's only 0 to 5, so it was like 5's a lot. I feel I would say okay. I'm not good, and I'm not the okay that feels like good because baseline is so low. But, yeah. You know, I'm okay with the fact that I'm alive right now.
Amen, brother.
Where are you at?
Where am I at? It's my birthday tomorrow, and I always have a lot of feelings around that. I journaled like 7 pages today. I think it's going to be an essay, because I was talking to my therapist about like how secrets make me feel like I have leverage, that I'm safe, and without secrets, like, I don't know, I feel bare and like, what was the word I used in my journal? Bro, I don't even know what I was talking about.
You're talking about not wanting to be vulnerable, it seems like.
Well, yeah, we were talking about secrets and like self-surveillance, and then I started writing about the 3 biggest secrets I had when I was a teenager. You can probably guess 2 of them. I'd be curious to hear if you can guess the 3rd. Okay, cutting and bulimia are 2 of them.
Oh my gosh.
Those are the obvious ones.
I'm sorry for laughing. I thought you meant cutting as in you were going to cut and say something else. Sorry for laughing.
Cutting! No, what if I actually did that? Cutting!
Slay.
Oh god. Apparently the new goal of Pickles and Vodka is to trigger as many people as possible.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
We ain't exactly relapsing, but we ain't exactly in recovery neither.
Exactly.
I think I fucked it up.
Also, I feel like I knew those secrets, and my brain was just T.
No, I know. I knew you knew.
Okay. I'm all like, I want to know. Expose yourself.
The third one is my secret online life, where I talk to people on chat rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And had pen pals that I had never met in person. And I tortured myself over that shit because it was a secret I was keeping from my parents. Like, I would get physical cramps because I felt so guilty. Just for, like, having friends and exploring my, like, fandoms and being a normal teenager.
Yeah, just without the umbrella of mom and dad and their ever-looming eyes.
Oh, yeah. The computer room we had was, like, an inch, like, there was always a stream of people in and out of it. And so every time I heard someone about to come in, I, like, put up a safe window so they wouldn't see what I was really doing.
Beautiful. Thank whoever invented those keystrokes.
Yes. I'm getting way off topic.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I still feel like I live that way, even though obviously I don't. I'm an adult with free will. I can do whatever I want. But I still feel like I'm being surveilled at every turn. I don't know if you can relate to that.
I can.
So that's one thing in the next year I want to work on. But yeah, I feel good. My sister Bonnie drove here from my parents' town as a surprise, and she went on the motorcycle group ride with me. She called me and she was like, "What are you doing tonight?" I was like, "Well, I have a group ride and then I have a podcast, and I don't want to change my plans." And she was like, "Okay, I'm coming over."
Oh, awesome. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, and I've had a great night so far.
Good.
I've had a bunch of cigarettes, which I feel bad about.
I mean, I bet you would physically, because I do.
Yeah. So you're in treatment.
Yeah.
How long has that been going on, and, like, what led up to it?
So, this is the second time I've had to answer this question today.
Oh shit, what was the first?
Okay, so I went to PHP last month, and now I'm in a totally different program's IOP. For those not in the know, PHP is partial hospitalization program. IOP is intensive outpatient program. The IOP I went to operates extremely differently from the PHP I went to. It was absolutely a bastion of inclusivity and accessibility, that PHP program I went to. And this IOP program is transitioning and stuff, so things are falling through the cracks, and it's not very helpful for someone like me. They provide a therapist, you get to see them once a week. I finally saw that therapist, and it was okay. I did what I wanted, I guess, and that was allowed, and that was pretty good. I don't think I actually accomplished something I meant to be doing that day, but it was very exhausting, so whatever. So that's why I answered that, because it was the first time, and I get taken for granted at work. I work in a place that doesn't align with my values, and where I watch a lot of injustice happen, both to my team members, to myself, and to my clients. And, you know, it's also a totally different field from what I'm used to. I worked for 2 decades in retail and food service.
How many?
20 years.
Sorry. I'm trying to calculate how long 20 decades is.
I'm 230 years old.
Great.
Goodness. No wonder.
Carry on.
So I not only learned some limitations of my own actual capacity in terms of cognitive function there, like how different from, I don't know, if anyone has worked in retail or food service, it's a skill, and you won't tell me otherwise, but it's also more labor intensive than anything else, especially what I was doing. So I went from that part-time because of my health, and now I'm working this full-time job for the first time in years after my injury. There's turnover because the way things are is not good all over the board. And I was bullied by a manager. It was encouraged, and with all these things that happened, and my confidence, I used to have confidence, actually. I used to be very confident and sure, still mentally ill as hell, but at least I, had faith in myself, and losing that made the little grip I had left on being able to mask slip entirely. I was having outbursts at work. I wouldn't be surprised if my coworkers were uncomfortable towards the end, where I had to take a very poorly planned leave to stay alive. And so anyway, that's my big brave story, and I'm currently in this IOP. I'm not actually sure my job is protected if I stay in it as long as they think I need to. And I'm not magically more able to do the admin of my daily life.
Right.
So
people seem to keep misunderstanding that.
Yeah, and I feel like someone called it a vacation again, and I disregarded them because I can. I don't need...
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
That makes me so angry.
Yeah, it's
what the fuck?
Where we work, the culture, it's different. And it's unfortunate because much like how our society tells us that our incompatibility with the way that this capitalism has run its course is our fault, our low morale and struggle to perform how we used to is put as our responsibility, and there's no accountability expected from the places that dropped it.
Yeah. And it's your responsibility to seek help once you've burned out, and then you have to figure out leave, and it's this entire difficult process, and no one helps you with it, but it's your fault,
Yeah.
I was a cog in the machine, most of my adult life. I tried so hard to fit into that mold, and it was only when I had to quit my job because I was gonna kill myself, until I started seeing cracks in the surface, and now I'm just oh shit, it's always been broken. People like us are just chattel to them.
Yeah, that's all we are. Us, neurotypical, anyone not making more figures. We're just tools to help the rich get richer. I don't know if this is appropriate to get so soapboxy. I've been on one lately, so...
Wait, what do you mean, boxy?
Soapboxy, sorry.
Oh, I thought you said to get so boxy.
If only.
No, this is the place for the soapbox. I'm here for it. You keep referencing things that are happening at this IOP that are just jaw-droppingly inane, and I don't know, if you want to vent about it, this is the place. Because we're talking about bureaucracy in some ways, and executive functioning isn't our thing. To get help at all, there's a ton of bureaucracy involved. Mistakes are made because people are people, misunderstandings occur, and it's this slog that you have to wade through, often on your own. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, it's on your own, and they assume that you have a support.
Yeah.
It's always assumed, there's... I don't remember what RAP stands for, but it's planning for crisis and stuff, and we had a group on that, and I just totally lost it because it's all... And so these are things you can go and talk to your support person about, and you give this to them and your support person, and I'm I just did this 90-minute intake call telling you about how more than half my support is dead or gone. What's up with that? And then, oh, well, crisis lines count, it doesn't have to be a person. It's not the same. It's not. I'm so grateful for everywhere that has better than just 988 resources, but it's not a friend. It's not someone who you don't have to go and explain things to or answer questions that, yeah, it will help them understand, but you don't need to be explaining yourself in crisis. You need to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these issues unless people are actually jerks, are also from burnout. Like, all this pressure to get through things quickly, to make all these notes, to pressure your patients to accept the AI so that they don't make your job harder, is because their companies put their profits over their people. I don't care if they claim they're a nonprofit. What are the people at the top making? And how many people do they employ that are struggling to pay their bills? I work for a multi-million-dollar company, and so many of us struggle to pay our bills. It's unacceptable. It's disgusting, and I'm so over it. And part of me doesn't even care if I lose my job. That's not the anxiety part, but...
What's the anxiety part?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to end up on the streets again.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my overpriced home, that at least they're not raising it. I don't want to have to move. I want to move, but I don't want to have to. I want a healthier job, but I don't want to have to scramble for it. And these are the things that are keeping people locked prisoner in this free economy where somehow people still believe, as they themselves struggle to buy groceries, that trickle-down economics is working.
I saw a thread from someone that had just graduated college, and they had just submitted their 250th job application or something like that, and heard nothing.
Wow.
And that's someone with a degree, it's a joke. You can't simply just get another job.
No. And these universities that cost so much should be more forceful in helping students use the resources that they very well have, because they likely advertise.
Yep. It's a joke.
It's all a joke, and people who don't want to see it, they won't see it, and they will perpetuate this harm. They may think they're not doing anything, but silence is violence.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, we can't do more than we can do.
We're barely making it out here, bro.
Yeah, I want to say that for anyone who isn't actually in that demographic, but hears it and applies it to themselves, because you can't do what you can't do. If you can't afford to shop somewhere that's far more ethical that you would prefer to support, you're not unethical for buying groceries from Walmart if that's literally all you have access to. And we need to stop doing that stuff amongst ourselves. We need to rally together and not do that, because we're sinking. It's a sorry state, and it's all our fault.
It's all our fault. But also, we as individuals are powerless to change anything when it comes down to it.
I know. And I can't pull myself up by my bootstraps because they broke and I can't afford a new pair.
Seriously! I had synthetic bootstraps to begin with because I couldn't afford the real leather ones. You know when you're saying something and as you're saying it, you realize it doesn't make sense, and so you just start losing steam as you're talking.
Yes, every day.
Losing confidence.
Yes.
Mid-sentence.
See my speech in this podcast.
Earlier today, was it today you were texting me about the mix-up in your medical records?
It was only yesterday, actually.
God. I was so mad.
I was honestly shaking and still also telling myself I was overreacting, but I did have a meltdown. I couldn't stop it. But whatever. So I'm going to use this time to cough. Okay, that's so much better. Sorry. We're healthy.
You can do that whenever you want.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. So yeah,
You're welcome.
Finally reviewed my discharge clinical notes from the last psychiatrist I saw, who I was told would be filled in and have my papers in front of her, because there's so much paperwork to do to prove that you're too sick to work. And that didn't happen, so things devolved because I actually for the first time, was hopeful and believed that it would go well. And that was my mistake, you know.
Your mistake.
But things did not go well. In fact, it was worse than the psychiatrist I said I didn't want to see, who I had seen previously, and there was actually no issue with her. It was just I struggle with sudden change and didn't appreciate that. But getting back on track, in my files, I find that this stimulant appetite suppressant is being used. And I'm in online eating disorder spaces, and I've never ever heard of this drug. So I look it up right away.
Me neither.
Right? Is it new?
I guess it's good we don't know.
Yeah, right? I don't even remember already if it's prescription, but I've never said that. I never actually even, not on purpose, but kind of it slipped my mind. I never even talked about a history of a different way we used to suppress our appetites that I'll not say in the past, you know, with caffeine and such. And then in the next breath, she had thought I was trying to be assessed for lifetime disability, which I was not. I was trying to fill out short-term disability paperwork, which I stuttered while saying, but had said before she still said this was her impression. She said, patient is considering like getting on disability for this, that, and the other. So not only did she claim that I was taking some med I had never even uttered the name of, she also put her misunderstanding that was then corrected since she did fill out the short-term disability paperwork. And she still put that in my notes. And she still only added like 3 to 4 paragraphs and just copied the rest from the other psych. And she used she, her maybe like 20 times.
Despicable.
It was just unnecessary. Like,
yeah, that many times.
And I don't even care about that. I care that I was once again misrepresented. I'm once again labeled as being difficult while trying so hard to advocate for myself. I have to assume because they handed all the release of information and stuff to me, I did those right away. So I have to assume the new psych I saw also saw that, because when I spoke with her, I made sure to mention my eating disorder because I know that can affect meds. I said eating disorder, I said those words at least twice. And there was no follow-up questions. No, what kind, when diagnosed, when did it start? It was just that, and then I actually really liked this new psych. Besides that she was rushing me, I understand why that's happening. It's not awesome, but I liked her. And I tell her things that I've just never really disclosed about my childhood symptoms, and she brushed something off as, oh, it sounds like paranoia, and it hit me wrong because it does. Okay, that's not incorrect, and that's not exactly a problem. The problem is that I was rushed and unable to formulate my words properly to express that logically I knew this thing, like I didn't actually think. So I used to think there's cameras and everything, like even a shirt someone lent me. I knew there wasn't because I knew this person couldn't even like operate their cell phone, but I still had the compulsion. I would have to cover things that people lent or gave me just in case. I think it stemmed from my mother would let people watch me shower, but we didn't get to that. I didn't get to say that. So, like, we get to the end, and she prescribes me this antipsychotic and says, I'm going to prescribe you this medicine. It's going to improve your appetite, because I told her I haven't used weed in, like, almost 2 weeks now. And I've been sober basically since the beginning of June, off other stuff. And I wish there was a better way to say that. I haven't used other things since the beginning of June. So I said, well, my appetite's lower because I'm not smoking weed. And I did mention that I was facing food insecurity when my leave started. But again, her first thing was like, okay, I'm going to prescribe this and it'll increase the appetite. We want to increase your appetite. Maybe she said to take it before bed. And I have chronic low energy, by the way. I have multiple attempts on record trying to get my PCP to talk to me about myalgic encephalomyelitis, which is basically chronic fatigue syndrome. And then that was it. So honestly, the stigma of the term antipsychotic got to me. There is a history of schizophrenia in my family too, and I look into it, and it can cause weight gain. It can increase insulin resistance, which it's not her fault. I forgot to mention some family history and of my own hypoglycemia. Just totally forgot it. But besides that, how it causes weight gain is not like food thoughts, but increased hunger. So I don't know if you really have to have gone to medical school to know that you don't want a bulimic to have increased uncontrollable hunger.
Thank you. That's what I've been thinking this entire time. Even my psychiatrist, like, is aware of, like, weight gain and how triggering that is to me. And, like, she works with me on it. Like, it's basic fucking knowledge.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Also, she should have been asking those questions about family history and stuff if she's prescribing you that.
She did. It's virtual. So I remember now. It was grouped in with a couple other things, but when she said it, I did not process it, so I was just like, no.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and then a couple of other little things, which I was somehow still hopeful and thought I could address in our next meeting. But today, when I met my therapist, I was like, I'm not going to take this medicine, da-da-da-da-da. And also, I totally started smoking again, so I really can't take it. Because
I'm a bad influence there.
I feel like you just want to brag.
I'm a bad boy.
Yeah, you are.
Stay away.
But come near, ladies.
I've become the person my parents used to warn me about.
Isn't that our goal?
You know what? It is. Welcome to Pickles and Vodka, the mental health podcast, where we become the people our parents warned us about.
But it's better than becoming our parents.
Ooh, that's good.
Got him.
Got him. I swear, I think something like that, and I'm like, I want to say it, but I'm like, no, it's too stupid. And then you say it.
Oh man.
I love it.
The person facilitating my group today said something like, it made me cringe, but it was like, you're not living if you're not cringing.
I mean, they're not wrong.
So say the stupid thing. If it's silly, who cares? You care, but no one else does.
Earlier, my brother, so tomorrow my brother in Baltimore is riding his motorcycle down to Richmond, and then we're going to ride to our parents' town and go to the beach from there. And he called tonight right before this to, like, check in one more time. And I told him, I'm getting really revved up for our trip. It's not even ironic anymore. I know it's cringe, but also if you can get someone to laugh, it's kind of worth it. Like, cringe has always kind of been my shtick.
Exactly. You're just trying to spread a little sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot take. Dad jokes are funny. Get over it.
That's gonna be the clip at the beginning. So, like, what can you even do with that? Like, again, the responsibility is all on you to, like, tell them they fucked up and fix it, which is a whole nightmare in and of itself. And, God, it makes me so angry because, like, I know how hard it is for you to be there and how hard you had to work to be there and how much work you're actively doing there. And then
Thank you.
To just fucking... I just don't have any words for that kind of negligence. It's very disturbing, and it makes me actually worried for people.
Yeah. The PHP I went to is already expecting a write-up of what to expect, because they didn't know a whole lot about it. I was only recommended this place before anywhere else, and I was only ever going to take the first thing recommended because they offered a hybrid setup And so I have chronic illness, and I was worried about missing days. So they do some days in person and some days virtual. I thought that would be great. I will not be doing that because in order to participate in their virtual program, you must allow them to record your face and voice. But
actual fuck.
Yeah, so that's why they sent me here. They don't get paid enough. They didn't say this. I said this. I told them this. You don't get paid enough to go do all this research into every other facility available. They run actual quality programs there. I'm pretty sure all the snacks and stuff, at least half of that is employee purchased. I guarantee it. It's a really good place. I don't know if I would plug it, but it's up to you.
I don't care. You're as long as you're not worried about being doxxed or anything.
You know, that's a great point. DM me for more. You can't find me anywhere, but I might have a Substack still.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to smoke another cigarette.
I know, me too. It's been about an hour.
I know.
I'm so proud of us.
Yeah.
We were talking about how we're worried for people.
Yeah, I'm so worried.
Because people slip through the cracks.
Yeah, if I had gone here first, man, it's over. Like, there was already one day, and I understand that perhaps a more intense care is actually the move that I should have taken, but there was no time to vet, and very often my history in inpatient is I need more control. I need to be able to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to go that route. But still, like, there's someone else who's there right out of inpatient. The rooms are small, and it was another group of just me, the facilitator, and men, and I had a hard time with that. I think that's another reason why I'm so frazzled. I got triggered by deep breathing, which is only to belittle me, not anyone else that happens to, obviously. But it was frustrating, and it was no one else's fault, and I didn't make it anybody else's problem.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. And that's the world, you know? And then I almost got in a fight with some bald dude right before this, and...
Oh, yeah! Share that story. That's great.
Okay, so I just got off the bus, and this woman... I didn't hear anything, but she was on the sidewalk, and he was in the street. And he was like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch." And then a lot more of that with some really fat phobic language. She was larger than I am. And on record, so was he in that regard of the way that he was insulting. So, and it was just annoying me. So I said, "Shut the fuck up, little man," or something like that. And he was like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch," or whatever the fuck you are. And I just kept walking, and I was like, "I'm so big and mean and nasty."
Then you lit up your cigarette.
No, yeah, and I was just like, wow, you're so boring. Like, it's the person I think I've seen around, the person he was yelling at, and I don't know that she cared or not, because she kept going. But I was just so bored. I was like, you're saying the same thing over and over. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing. And you're bald. And you're short. And you're fat, too. Okay? So, shut the fuck up. I didn't say all that. I just said, like, shut the fuck up. But...
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Men are still a problem. And that's kind of why the biggest hesitancy of any further steps towards transition I have is I don't want to look like them.
Yeah.
I would prefer to spend my time with femme energy, and to do that, I want to make them feel safe. And I don't know if I feel like shaving all that often, to be honest.
That's why I love being non-binary, because I can just kind of go back and forth depending on the mood and the situation.
Yeah, and yeah, that's why I like being genderqueer too. And I wouldn't mind a couple things, but I do think I would mind losing my hair on my head. The genetics are there for that. And I also likely have PMOS, which, heads up, y'all, PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, has now been reclassified as PMOS. Sorry, I don't remember what M means, but it's to be more inclusive of those because they would deny diagnosis for people who don't have all the cysts, but they still have the disease or the condition. So it's likely that I have that. So now I used to be sad I only had 5 chin hairs, but I have some more. So maybe I don't even need that. I just need to wait.
You don't need it.
Fuck. I just need to stay alive until my body does it. I'm so mad.
Wait, but then...
That's the fiscally responsible decision.
Wait, so you have cysts and it causes hair to grow?
Well, no. So it's not the cysts, but it was very common to have a bunch of ovarian cysts with this condition. It's a hormonal imbalance. I don't want to go too into details that I don't know.
No, we don't need to, but is it dangerous?
I don't think that mine is. Cysts can burst if you don't take care of them. So, like, they need to be assessed if they're visible in ultrasounds. But I've yet to be brave enough to ask, because I learned that some places allow you to do the internal ultrasound, and that is what's needed for them to see those.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, heads up, y'all. At least try to ask. They might laugh at you and say no, but they're assholes and keep asking. And maybe I'll do it too. Because it's not going to happen unless I can do it.
So wait, what should we ask for?
So when you get an ultrasound, to see a better image of your stuff on the inside, they have one that goes inside the vagina. And it's not okay for a lot of people. Even I know people who they don't have the penetrative history of assault, and they still are not comfortable with it. And for something that is not needing to know, like, what the textures that you're palpating feel like you just need to tell them to rotate or something, that is an extremely reasonable accommodation to ask for, especially with how high the likelihood is that the patient has been assaulted. And just for patient autonomy, like, can we stop treating people with these female organs like garbage? It's 2026. Like, the medicine is not behind, it's the people.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
There's still young women claiming that periods aren't that bad and to get over it. But there's a bunch of other things that multiple growths in the area could be too. So that's why the inside one, it's required for a better look, unfortunately.
Damn, I'm feeling slightly uncomfortable.
You're welcome.
And I'm learning so much.
That's my job. I'm really good at making people feel uncomfortable.
But, like, we need to feel... That's the thing. If we are to advocate for ourselves, it's very uncomfortable and it shouldn't be that way.
No, and that's what gets me through. Like, call it delusions of grandeur. But going from little Janai, who thought that my suffering meant that someone is suffering less, to, okay, well, my suffering now, I'm pissed. And I'm not gonna shut up because someone can hear about it. If I'm oversharing, I'm oversharing. But someone else can be empowered. And the system, I don't care. If you believe otherwise, you're sorry, but you're wrong. The system is designed to make you feel powerless, and you need to take it back. You need to. They work for you.
Yeah. And the more we do it, the safer other people will feel doing it, and, like, the more chances are that we'll actually be heard.
Yeah.
You never know who's watching or listening in a good way.
Yeah.
Not like in a surveillance way.
No, I put a towel over this so no one will see.
Over your webcam. Good thing this is an audio podcast.
I know. I was making a reference to, but yeah, I'm off my soapbox. I've been thinking about how I wish so many people could have been older.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got some candy.
Yeah, tell the listeners about the candy.
I got these Oi Chamoy pickle bites. I have never tried them. They are gluten-free. I went to this little shop for the first time, and Something that can help you if you're super activated and aren't able to calm down from like anxiety is sour candy. So I was looking at these candies and I bought some Warheads and these Oi Chamoy pickle bites, sweet, spicy, and sour candy. There's other flavors. There's one that looks more sour, but I saw pickles and had to.
Obviously.
My goodness. These look way better than the pictures. Ooh, it's sticky. I hate it. It looks like a gummy pickle, a gummy gherkin. It's got the little stem and the little bumps they have.
Oh, I was picturing a pickle chip.
Oh no, it's gummies. And I see what you mean though.
Like in the shape of a chip.
Mm-hmm. And it's covered in chamoy, which is like the sweet tahine mixture.
I gotta say, I'm not a fan of tahine or chamoy.
That's okay, more for me. I'm practicing that because I hate when people are like, oh my god, how can you hate this? Gratitude. Without shame. Let's go. More for you.
Let's go.
They're not very sour.
Do they taste like pickles?
Yes, they taste like pickles. If you eat spicy food, it's not spicy. But there's some spice in it. So if you're sensitive, if you can't have too much pepper, take small bites. Because it is also sweet. But it tastes like pickle.
Wow.
Yeah. Like not a gherkin. Like a hot and spicy pickle. It is a little sweeter, but I don't think it's like gherkin because those are usually not spicy. They're just like sweet.
Where'd you find them?
I found them in this little convenience smoke shop that's right by my bus stop by the IOP.
Perfect.
I would say the name, but I am failing to function Google right now.
It's fine.
Not sour. Probably wouldn't recommend for grounding, but I would recommend.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm gonna try to find them, actually. That's why I was asking where you found them. I was like,
gotcha.
If it's not like a 7-Eleven or something, I'm just gonna have to hunt for it. It'll be fun.
Well, different 7-Elevens carry different things.
I know. I got my pickle lighter from a 7-Eleven. They don't have them at all 7-Elevens.
Just your 7-Eleven.
Yes. And then I got it tattooed on me.
Hell yeah.
But it's in a really obvious place on my arm. Like, it's the first thing you notice when you look at me, and I'm like, man, I should have picked a different place.
If it makes you feel better, I genuinely forgot that's a tattoo you have, so maybe you're wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm often wrong, shockingly enough.
You told me you were always right. Literally yesterday. How can you play these side games with me?
I was being facetious,
me
obviously, because I'm so insecure. It's funny.
It is. All right. I think that we should eat.
Yeah, we should go be responsible.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on again. This was really fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you. You're doing a lot, too. We're proud of us.
I'm not going to deflect. I'm just going to say, have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you heard, tell a friend about the podcast. You can send them to picklesandvodka.substack.com, where they can listen to our entire catalog and find our newest merch. We love hearing from our listeners, so leave us a voice message at speakpipe.com/picklesandvodka. My personal Instagram is at xcjumperx, and Lauren's is at Lauren3_AFH. We'll see you next week.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording.
Okay, great. Me too.